Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching, wherever you are watching. Happy Monday. And if you're in Monterey County, try to be happy Monday. They have gotten slammed. Northern California just slammed. A levee broke, an earthen levee to hold back this river that's normally dry or doesn't have a lot of water flowing, and it just devastated this community. And they had just got back on their feet from the last flooding. And I know that the national news cherry picks stories, but seeing what we are going through in Central California, it wasn't a cherry pick. It's the whole community is dealing with this. A few are not. Luckily for me, for us, where I am, we're okay. But just a little north, they're flooding again. And why do mobile home parks get it the worst? There's a mobile home park in Morro Bay that is right near a dry river creek. Maybe it's got a little bit of water. And they've been flooded out 2 or 3 times this winter. And it's just you look at these, mobile homes are off their foundations and all this. It's when I grew up in Missouri, those tornadoes, man, bullseye. Those mobile home parks have bullseyes on them. Oof, okay. Let's take a look at. I'm not going to look at the weather. We got another week to go. So just sending some prayers and protection out to those who need it. Let's look at the banking industry. Now, I'm not one to read on finances. Tarot, timing is way off. So it's in this is really cyclical. And for me, tarot is anyway, it's hard to read on the finance stuff. So I'll just throw it's for entertainment only out. But if you get an idea to do something, you might like move some money around. But my intuitive sense is that it's going to be fine, but it could take a hit. We could take a hit with this. So it goes back to being prepared. For those of us who are retired, you have to have enough security, 3 months, 4, whatever you feel comfortable with. And for those of us who are living paycheck to paycheck, that's where it gets really difficult. We start maxing out credit cards, and if we're lucky enough to have credit cards. So let's just take a look at finances. Let's look at the banking industry, and then we're going to pull into finances. Banking industry. How are we doing with that? So Silicon Valley, Etsy, people who sell tarot cards, they got hit. They had like $400 million. I think I read that right. In cash at this bank. And I'm like, what? your money's not insured with the government then. Why would they do that? Okay, let's just take a look. So too many people had too much money, and I hear that, oh, well, the interest rates rose too fast. You know, that is way above my pay grade. And but still, that bank should have, would have, could have had a little better handle on that. Okay, banking industry, U.S. banking industry as a whole. Anything we need to look out for? Okay. Maybe I should use Andrea's cards. Maybe they'll tell me something a lot different. Trying to. Okay, so I don't, nothing bad. Nothing bad. Let me drop this down and you can see what I'm looking at. My coffee cup. There's going to be a celebration, but there is going to be some regulation that comes out of this. We have the Ten of Swords, the pain that was in the past. They weren't managing things. Slow moving Knight of Pentacles. So and then we have the Justice card up at the top. So I think in the Ten of Cups in the future. So what I'm seeing from these cards is that it's going to be okay. This is a little pain that we're walking away from. It's going to create more of some regulations, banking regulations that were relaxed in the last administration. And here we have the Sword of Truth there. So yeah, and I think that it's all going to be okay. There is going to be some pain, and that is indicative of that card. So just take a look at some of this stuff that you may have financially. Just see where that is. I want to read real quick on the Alaskan petroleum. So they're giving it, Biden opened it up to ConocoPhillips. I'm going to get these numbers wrong, so bear with me a little bit. But I think there were 10 leases that ConocoPhillips want. Biden administration gave them 3 or 4. And they say that even Mary Patola, who we like, when I said we, all of us, all of me in my head, she was saying that it's going to give some good jobs, good union jobs to Alaskans, but at what cost? Certainly this isn't environmental. Good union jobs versus destroying the planet. Foolish. Those are the, as I cut the cards, who cut the cheese? As I cut the cards to start this reading, they're going on a foolish adventure. They say that the Alaskan oil pipeline, I can't remember the name of it now, the first one, it keeps leaking. I had friends that went out and worked on that pipeline. One guy, we called him No Finger Tom because he lost his finger in the pipeline. Anyway, let's look at the finance for Alaska, financial impact, and then let's look at the environmental impact. And then we're going to get into Ukraine and this arms acceleration. And then, of course, we got to look at Biden, not Biden, Bragg. All these B names, they sound the same to me. Bragg. Okay. Alaska. Ooh. The Empress just flipped over. Mother Russia. I can see you, Russia, from my kitchen window. Okay, talk to me about the financial impact. The financial impact of opening up the Petroleum Strategic Reserve. Financial impact. Huh. Well, okay. They're missing something. Let me drop it down. Okay. Hope you guys can see this okay. Come on, come on. So they're sitting on a lot of oil here. Sitting on a lot of wealth, hanging on to it. They're moving forward, moving to calmer waters, supposedly, financially. It's going to take a lot of work. But at the base of this, they're not looking at something. What is that something? I think it's the environmental impact. So some people are going to get their wish. They're going to start this new project. It is going to bring money and finance to them with this. This is something to think about. This is at the base of the reading. So there's, although you have all this money moving into, to a better way and getting your wish, something is not quite right. So that's something that's not quite right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the environmental impact. And the indigenous, the natives there are not happy. Biden has gone against one of his campaign promises, I think. But he was all about the environment. So let's see. What is the environment? How's the environment overall? Is this on a scale of 1 to 10? Or I should use a pendulum. On a scale of 1 to 10, how is this going to negatively impact the Alaskan environment? Like a meteor? It's fast. Celebration. Pondering. Knave of Pentacles. There's that wish card again. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well, something's going to happen fast that's going to be a celebration. That's going to be cause for a celebration. There is a little pause at the base of this where they're planning, they're thinking, they're checking it out. The new movement forward, the new project is in the past. You have the 9 of Cups, the wish card at the top, and then this Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to keep going with this. And I may even do a clarifier. Loss, 5 of Cups. Moving on to calmer waters. Illusion, delusion in the hopes and fears. And strength in the final outcome. King of Wands, some new in the Emperor. As I pull these 3 cards, the general take that I'm getting from this reading is that there is a higher authority that is going to take over a little bit. This wheel of fortune, as it spins around, it's not the fortune that we think it is. The outcome is the strength card. If we have more oil, is that strength? Some would say yes. We have the King of Wands, a forward-looking and passionate king. And then the Emperor. So I don't know, is this state and federal, or is this, are they just going to push through this, even though there's a lot of sadness? That certainly could be it. There is some celebration for the local economy, but environmentally, it's sad. They're going to have to move on from this. It's going to take strength. That could be it too. I'm going to re-ask with another deck. See where we go with this. See where we go with this. Environmental thing. All right. Let's look at it from a Canadian perspective. So talk to me about the environmental aspects. What do the native peoples in Alaska, they think it's going to harm a lot of the migratory paths of their animals, of their livelihood. And certainly that spread would say, yes, it's confirming it. But the big government, now when I look back on that, it's, yeah, the smaller people, the indigenous, they're going to be hurt. But because it's the big US and the big state of Alaska, they're going to just steamroll over what the native people think. Environmentally, what is going on? Yes, karma's upside down. Bullseye. I think I have my deck upside down. Yeah. Well, I would love to see the galactic beings coming in and saving them. I did get an intuitive hit when I pulled Strength, King of Wands, and the Emperor. I'm going, who is this higher authority that's above 3D? That's kind of what I was thinking. So maybe some galactic beings are gonna jump in there. So there's karma, there is the government, and then there is the crown chakra. Bullseye with a higher chakra, higher knowledge. This also could be snow and aliens. Okay. So it took me to a galactic type reading with this, which is kind of strange, but it's the, okay. Is this pipeline, are they going to be able to drill in the strategic oil preserve? Are they going to drill? Are they going to be able to complete their wells? 3 cards. Protect, clear, stop. I would say no. Protect, keep the waters clear, stop. Oh, okay. There it is. My tripod is sticking. My tripod is sticking. All right, let's take a look at, did y'all watch the Academy Awards? I think I want to put some, look into the stock of the boob tape, because there was a lot of dresses being taped on people's boobs, a lot of cleavage. And for the, isn't this Women's Month? I mean, for a baby, that's the most important thing. For a man, it's the second most important thing. But do you want to just close it right up there? Just shut up, Danny. Shut up. All right. New York City. Is that what? Oh, let's look at the arms acceleration. So, as somebody who thinks this is just a stupid idea, let's put more bullets, more guns. That, to me, that's not the answer. Let's give them more weapons. And I get it. I get it. But they're running out of weapons. So now we are ramping up our weapons manufacturing. We're selling nuclear subs to Australia. Just thinking, are we just getting right to the edge before the ETs say enough is enough? You know, and the thing with the galactics and the ETs and having the thought that they are protecting the nuclear sites, I'm hoping they can put a blanket on. I'm hoping they can stop it. But that doesn't say you guys down there on Earth just go to Cancun and relax. We got this covered. No, we have to do our part in stopping this too. So, okay. Arms acceleration. Let me just pull 3 cards on it because I don't even know what to ask. I think it's just bad. Is this arms acceleration going to end the war sooner? Is that the question? Is this arms acceleration going to end the war sooner? It's not a good card. Female. So I guess, anyway. there is upside down magic. So we think, oh yeah, it's not going to work. But there is a female that is somehow involved with this. Talk to me about this female. Is there, who is the female leader? Is there a female leader? What is going on? Who's this female? I was thinking of Zelensky's wife when I was pulling that. Got the upside down king. So it could be Pootie. And then I got the present. I'm not supposed to know. I don't think that these things are helping them. And I don't know what this female is and how she plays into this. Okay, sorry, that's kind of a bust reading. Let's take a look at New York City and Bragg. That has been in the news. Bragg is going after Trump, maybe, because of his payment to Stormy Daniels and to McDougal. Can't remember her first name. And Trump is still denying this stuff. He's still going, I never had sex with that woman. So I guess it woman's. I can't believe he's still denying it. Well, I can't believe it. So Alvin Bragg saying that that is against the law. It's a misdemeanor, but it could go to a more severe charge if it's campaign finance. So let's just take a look at that. Alvin Bragg, case against Mr. Pumpkinhead. And it's, I remember reading on Alvin. Alvin! Like a chipmunk. He when I read on him before, sorry, chipmunk, squirrel, they're all floating in there. When I read on him before, I said, something's coming back. This is not the end. He's going to bring this up again. And here he is, bringing it up again. But is it going to drop? Is he just going to drop it again? Or is it going to go somewhere further? So let's look at, and already the guys are going, well, Michael Cohen, he's a convicted felon. He's a liar. Oh, yeah. Liar versus liar. Repented liar. And then he goes into the courthouse, and I read a thing where he said, this is not about revenge. And my BS meter went, well, yeah, it is. I just want accountability. Well, okay, well, that's true too. And revenge. Okay. Alvin Bragg versus Trump. Trump said he's not going enough. Of course not. Alvin Bragg. See that? That's good. It's linking things together. Ooh. It's going to have a little hiccup. But It ain't going to be all that bad. It's not going to be that slow of a hiccup, right? There's the lights shining. The sun's coming out. And it's coming out fast. Oh, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Oh, now I don't know what this means. So I got this card, and it's the past, but it came out reversed. You guys dizzy enough? I am. I first saw these books, so I'm going. They're looking at the books. Things in the past that he was keeping kind of hidden. It's upside down. Final card. Well, I don't know. Okay, so that's a man. That could be Alvin, but it's also pointing up. I think this case of Alvin Bragg's is going to a higher charge, to the federal. It's going to be campaign finance. Cohen got it. Cohen got charged federally. He got sent to prison. So people are saying, yeah, it's a misdemeanor nothing burger. But I'm saying, yeah, it's a misdemeanor nothing burger, but it's a quarter pounder or a third pounder. It's big. It's going to happen. All right. Somebody was also asked me, is Jackie Smith looking at this? Is Jack Smith looking at this? Yes. Smith. 3 cards. Oh. Judgment. 4 cups. Kind of crying over spilled milk. Not really looking at what's being offered. And then the 5 of cups. So is this Jack Smith, or is this the target, Mr. Pumpkinhead? Keep going with it. Big tower, upside down, fool. Well, let's take it from 2 different points of view. If this is, because this is all about Mr. Pumpkinhead, he's going to get justice. He's sad, but he's not looking at an offer that somebody's making him. And because of that, he gets really sad. He should have taken the offer. Things are going to happen fast. He's going to be upside down, starting a new journey. Flip that to Jack Smith, looking for justice, but he misses something and he's sad. Dang, why didn't I see that? Why didn't I see that? Something big is going to happen that is going to put him in suspension, make him look at something different, and he's off on a new track. Either way, I would not want to be the Orange Menace. All right. And what's going on in Georgia? Oh, how long have I been yakking? 34 minutes. Okay. I want to read on, the last thing I want to read on. Somebody asked me to read on what the heck's going on with time. I went, what? What is going on with time? How we perceive time in the 3D. Okay, I don't know if I could do that with cards. And then I thought, As soon as I said that, I heard, yes, you can. So we're going to look into that. But let's look into Georgia. Fani Willis is going at Fani Willis. Somebody corrected me and said, you're doing her a disservice. Ms. Willis. No, probably another disservice. Anyway, unintentional. There have been laws that have been passed in Georgia that the governor is going to sign that will have direct control over the attorney general and what they can and cannot prosecute. When I heard about that, I went, that's not going to stand up. That's going to be challenged. Those laws in Georgia, how is that going to affect the case against Trump's election interference and all of his minions? How is that going to affect? Find me 11,000 votes. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, it caused a lot of people a lot of worry, but it's being crossed by the Knight of Wands, and he rides on strength. So this card is moving us forward from this worry and fear. We have the Queen of Wands down at the bottom, Ms. Willis. This is all about the steel in the past. We have the Nine of Pentacles at the top of the reading, which is letting me know that this Queen of Wands knows how to look at all of this information, all of this, the bits and pieces, the moving parts, and put them in order. And she's listening to a higher source. There's a little bit in the potential near future of this devil energy. This is an addiction card. This is the card that many times comes up for Mr. Pumpkinhead. Internally, there's going to be a lot of fighting. That is true because a lot of the law, whatever, groups are going, you can't do that. We already have checks and balances. You can't create a law that restricts that. Externally, it's the Four of Pentacles hanging on. How is this law going to affect this? They're just hanging on to it. They've got this information. They're hanging on while this kind of plays out a little bit in the devil's court. Hopes and fears. The hopes is that they can continue forward. New project, new energy project, bringing it forth to the courts. They are going to be juggling some things with the Two of Pentacles, but it's going to move forward. Ace of Cups, new emotional start. It is going to move forward with, that is going to give some relief, some cleansing water to this situation. So, yay. Okay, I'm looking for my new cards. Light Seer. I really like these cards. They're very good. Okay. Time. What's going on with time? What is going on with time? What's going on with this rain? Time. What is going on with time? And the reason I even want to bring this up is because I feel like I am kind of in a time warp. It's like, am I really here on the planet? It's like, really? Is it a COVID thing? I don't know. I feel so detached in a certain way, yet so attached in another way. But it's goofy. Talk to me about time. Talk to me about time. Let's see if we can make sense out of this. Okay, let's go down, drop it down. So no challenge here. I just wanted this. So the center of the reading is the King of Pentacles. And to me, this is like father time. When I looked at it, I go, oh, this is creator. This is source energy. This is father time. And he's holding a ball of time with his dog Spot. At the base of the reading is the Four of Cups. And it feels like in this Four of Cups, when we look at it, it feels like we're misplaced a little bit. It's like, how do we get a handle on this? And we're not looking at what's being offered in this cup. And I was trying to see what was being offered in this cup. And what is being offered, it looks like light particles. Could be water, but if it is, it's flowing up a little bit. Light particles. In the past, we have the Three of Cups. And to me, when I look at this card, it's all about the past respect for the stars, our past relationship with the stars and time. And at the top of the reading, we have joyful time. It's kind of like, let's throw everything up in the air. So is this time streams that we can jump into? I certainly feel this is a time stream that we can jump into. But yet, we're not jumping into the different time streams. We're on the ground, not paying attention to the different time streams. I don't know, am I making any sense here? We're down here on the 3D plane. We have the blackbirds up at the top going, we're up here, and they're causing a little havoc. But it's more of a trickster energy. It's more fun. And then we have the white. That is it looks like it's a ghost of a blackbird. Interesting. So we are trying to physically see some of these time streams ahead of us. We can't see it because our heads are in our hands. But if we raise our awareness to the invisible, we then get to experience some of that time. And maybe this is just this time on that we are experiencing is sad, is worrisome. But overall, it should be exuberant. It should be amazing. So is it how we perceive the 2 nines? I think the King of Pentacles, just chillaxing with time on his lap next to his dog Spot. Oh, I love this deck. And where is he? He's in a library. And when I looked at all those books, I went, he's in the Akashic Library. I think that we all are, as I wrap this up, I think that we are all able to tap into our Akashic records if we take, wait for it, the time to get quiet and listen to what's being presented to us in the Akashic records. Maybe we need to do it with other people. An Akashic records party. But no, we're just sitting by ourselves with all the Akashic records flying overhead. It's kind of a fun reading, a little divergence. All right. So I'm just going to leave it there. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing and being here. Peace and love.